Hi friends, in today's lecture we will be creating a EC2 instance. For this we need to go to our EC2 dashboard by logging into our management console. So let's create a EC2 instance. As you can see, we don't have any instance running. We go to launch instance, give the name of the instance web server. Like if we are hosting it for web, we can name it web server. Additional tags, basically tags are just names given for identification of our resources. It has two things, key and a value. Like on the above we can see the key is name and the value is web server. If you want to give a company name, you can give my company as a key and a value of ABC as a value. Now as you can see, there are different kind of machines available on Amazon. Amazon provides us every kind of platform that we require for our EC2 instances. Like it has Amazon Linux. These are the machine images created by the Amazon. Or we have a Ubuntu machines, Windows, Red Hat, SUSE, even Mac OS is also available. While selecting the machine image, make sure that you are using a free tier eligible machine, because as you are using it for studying purpose, don't select other machines, otherwise you will be billed for that machine. So let's continue and create our machine. We will select Ubuntu, and as you see there are different kind of Ubuntu machines available. With the OS release date, and now this is the instance type. So there are different type of instance type available, like T2 Nano. As you can see, it has one virtual CPU and zero point 0.5 GB of memory. T2 Micro, it has one virtual CPU and 1 GB of memory. As we go on increasing the configuration, the specifications increase as per the machine image. The price is also mentioned, how much US dollar it cost per hour for running the machine. As we have already discussed, we pay only when our machine is running. For machine instances that are in a shutdown state, no bill is charged. Let's go and create our Ubuntu machine. We will select T2 micro. Then we have to select a key pair. Let me briefly describe you what exactly is key pair. For logging into any of the Ubuntu machines, we need a key. Key is basically an encryption key that is used to log into Ubuntu or Linux machines. You cannot use passwords whenever we log into a Linux machine through SSH. As you are aware that SSH is like a telnet on a Windows machine or even a Linux machine. It is a secure method of connecting to a Linux machine. So we require a key to connect to a Windows or Linux machine. So we will create a key here. As there is no key available, so we have to create a new key pair. Give the name of the key. You can give any name, but remember it what you have given. The next is now format. As you can see, there are two type of keys formats available, .pem and .ppk. .pem is used for connecting using OpenSSH, and .ppk is used for connecting through putty. Putty is basically an application that is used to connect to a SSH port of any machine. So we will create a .ppk key and connect using putty. We have given the name key web, and we will select .ppk and we will create a key pair. Immediately on creating a key pair, the key gets downloaded to our machine. Make sure that you save this key in a safe location, because once this key has been downloaded, Amazon doesn't give the rights to download it again. So we have to keep this key secure. Now comes the option network firewall. As you can see, security group firewall. From where do you want to allow the SSH traffic coming from, or HTTPS traffic from the internet? If you want to select SSH from a particular IP or from a group of IPs, we can define it in here. Anywhere means it is allowed from any IP from the internet. As you can see, it has three options: anywhere, custom and my IP. For custom, you have to give the IP address, or you can select the IP ranges provided by the Amazon. We will go with anywhere. Then we will also allow HTTPS traffic from the internet, because if we want to host a website, we will also have to open that port to allow HTTPS traffic on the port. Now comes another option of storage. How much storage in GB you require for this EC2 instance? We can increase the size, or we can add a new volume to the instance. Let's go to it. Here is the option to add new volume. We can increase or decrease its size. Here you see the options that we discussed in our last chapter, the types of storage or SSDs available on the Amazon. As you can see, there is option of general purpose SSD, then there is a provisioned IOPS, and then there is a cold HDD, then throughput optimized. We have discussed this in the previous chapter or lecture. You can go through that. Please remember or notice one thing, that first volume is always a root volume that contains the root folder of our Ubuntu, and the host system or EC2 instance will boot from this root volume. You cannot remove this volume, because otherwise your system will not boot. Your OS lies in this root volume. We will go with one root volume only. Then there are other options. You can always explore them, like IAM instance profile, host name can be from IP name or a source name, instance auto recovery, how you want to recover in case of failure or you want to disable it, shutdown behavior, whether to stop or terminate. We cannot use terminate, as because once we stop the machine it will be terminated and we cannot recover it. So we will go ahead and launch the instance. As you can see, the instance has been successfully launched. We can see the log, all have succeeded. Now we will go to view all instances. Here is our machine that we have just now created. Its state is in pending, because it will take time to initialize. Below are the configurations of the EC2 instance like this public IP address. This is used to connect to the machine. Then we have a private IP address on right side. This is for internal communication between the Amazon instances. If we created another instance and want to connect it through an internal or a private IP address, we will have to use this IP address. If we click on open address, it will go to a web page, but nothing will open as this instance doesn't have any web server or website hosted. So now we will try to connect it through a putty session. I already have another putty, let me close it. I will create another putty session and put the IP address that we have just seen, or 3.17.180.12. Now we have to use that key which we have downloaded. Go to SSH authentication, private key for authentication. Browse to the file and select the file. One more thing, we need to provide the SSH port, that is 22. We will provide 22 and connect. See, console login has come. We will put user as Ubuntu and password it will take from the public key that we have just downloaded and given in the putty session. Now we have logged into our Amazon machine and we can see the directories or volumes in the Linux machine. Thanks for watching. In the next lecture we will be creating a Windows instance and connecting it through RDP session.